Hello everyone and welcome to this channel. Today's topic is prostate-specific membrane antigen or PSMA as a therapeutic target. As always, this video is just a starting point for you to do your own research, and due to the length constraints, it does not cover all relevant data. Always conduct your own research and consult with a qualified healthcare professional for any medical concerns. Moving on, let's start with the scientific overview of PSMA. PSMA is a type 2 transmembrane glycoprotein highly expressed in prostate cancer or PKA cells and tumor neovasculature. Notably, it is minimally expressed in normal tissues, making it an ideal tumor-associated antigen. Structurally, PSMA consists of a large enzymatic domain, which is also known as glutamate carboxypeptidase, and a short tail. The enzymatic domain is involved in folate and neuropeptide metabolism and is highly conserved across species. In terms of expression, PSMA is overexpressed in castration-resistant prostate cancer or CRPC cells and is particularly upregulated in metastatic disease. Additionally, PSMA is also expressed in the tumor microenvironment, specifically in tumor-associated macrophages and endothelial cells. This widespread expression makes PSMA an attractive target for cancer therapy. Since 2003, PSMA has been used for ligand-based imaging, initially with single-photon emission computed tomography or SPECT, and more recently with PET. In fact, PSMA-targeted PET imaging is now standard for staging and restaging PKA. Moreover, retrospective clinical registries have demonstrated that PSMA-targeted radiotherapy improves progression-free survival in patients undergoing definitive radiotherapy. Specifically, these studies showed that PSMA-guided radiotherapy leads to improved biochemical progression-free survival compared to standard PSA-based approaches. These findings highlight the potential of PSMA as a therapeutic target for PKA treatment. So how exactly does PSMA fit into the real-world evidence and inhibitor modalities? Well, let's take a look at the evidence. First, there are two main categories of PSMA-targeted therapies: radioligand therapy, or RLT, and antibody-drug conjugates, or ADCs. Starting with radioligand therapy, 177Lu PSMA-617 or Pluvicto, which is made by Novartis, has shown significant results in treating metastatic CRPC. In fact, Pluvicto was FDA approved in June 2022 for the treatment of adult patients with metastatic CRPC who have received taxane-based chemotherapy. It has also been shown to improve overall survival in these patients. Next, moving on to ADCs. Several companies are developing PSMA-targeted therapies, including MLN-704, PSMA-ADC, which is made by Genentech. However, early trials of this therapy were discontinued due to dose-limiting toxicities. On the other hand, Bayer and Amgen are developing 𝗕-315,497, which uses a more stable linker design, and it is currently undergoing phase 1 studies. Beyond these two main modalities, other promising approaches include PSMA CAR T cells. In fact, a recent study showed some good results for the use of PSMA CAR T cells in the treatment of solid tumors. While not yet approved for clinical use, PSMA CAR T cells are currently in phase 1 trials, and they hold great potential for the future of cancer treatment. Finally, another approach is the use of bispecific T-cell engagers or BiTEs, such as AMG 160 made by Amgen. This is a PSMA x CD3 BiTE, and it has shown manageable cytokine release syndrome signs of efficacy in patients with mCRPC. Another area of research involves targeted protein degraders, which are emerging as a promising new modality for cancer treatment. A few preclinical studies have shown good results for the use of PSMA-directed PROTACs in inducing tumor regression without affecting normal prostate cells. Before we move on, please take a moment to support us. Your support helps us continue to create high-quality content. Moving on to the market landscape, The global PSMA-targeted therapies market is expected to exceed $2.8 billion by 2028, according to Fortune Business Insights. This growth is driven by factors such as imaging precision, increased use of theranostics, and the success of Pluvicto, which has been launched in more than 40 countries since its approval in the US in June 2022. The market is also supported by an unmet need for effective PKA treatments, particularly for CRPC and metastatic HSPC. However, there are also barriers to market growth, such as resistance development to PSMA-targeted therapies, bone marrow suppression, and the scalability of production. Despite these challenges, the future of PSMA-targeted therapeutics looks bright, with multiple companies such as Bayer, Amgen, and Legend Biotech expected to launch PSMA-based products by 2026 to 2028. In summary, PSMA has evolved rapidly from a prostate cancer biomarker to a validated therapeutic target in radioligand therapy, antibody-drug conjugates, and immunotherapies. As we look to the future, novel modalities such as Prostate-Specific and AI-optimized ligands are accelerating innovation in precision oncology. Furthermore, the integration of real-world evidence and multimodal approaches will be pivotal in expanding PSMA-targeted therapeutics across diverse solid tumor landscapes. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more updates and check out the companion slides on our website. And don't forget to support us. Until next time.